Here is a little video on how to make jam, blackberry jam, and some fun facts about jam along the way. You will need 50% blackberries harvested from your overgrown back garden, 50% sugar. You will need the juice and pips of one lemon and a finger-sized knob of butter. Not all of that, literally just that. So yeah, nice and easy, and you should be ready to go if you have all of these ingredients. I was a really big fan of the song Jam by Michael Jackson, which featured on the Dangerous album 1991. The music video obviously featured basketball legend Michael Jordan, where Michael Jordan teaches Michael Jackson how to play basketball and Michael Jackson teaches Michael Jordan how to dance. Quite similar, yeah, because in a way that basketball is a bit like dancing, and dancing is a bit like a sport. So top tip, the night before you make your jam, you should layer the blackberries and the sugar together in one really large bowl and then cover and set aside at room temperature. This helps the sugar to start dissolving and means that you don't overcook the fruit the next day. So you're talking quite a lot of sugar and whoops, just pouring it into the bowl. Well, I mean, obviously get a really large bowl to do this, but yeah, that's basically what you're aiming for. Next morning, give everything a quick stir and set aside before you are ready to start cooking. Before you start, put a small saucer in the freezer. This is going to be your test saucer to ensure that the jam is set properly. So yeah, put it in the freezer, ready to go for when you need it. Did you know that the earliest printed cookbook dating back to the Roman times contains a recipe for jam? It sounds like quite an interesting cookbook actually, where the author really champions the merits of nutrition. Step 1, put the berries in a wide-based pan. The wider the pan, the easier that it will be to actually preserve the jam. You obviously, your sugar's in there and everything should be kind of a dissolved mush, and then you put your lemon juice in. Before you put your lemon juice in, take out the pips and you can put them in a piece of muslin. You can secure the muslin together so you make a little bag, and you can put the pips inside and then secure the top, tie the top and put it into your saucepan. So what happens is the pectin in the seeds kind of seeps out as during the cooking process, and that obviously helps the jam to bind. In the US they call jam jelly. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, for example, are quite popular over there. My brother actually went through a phase of eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches almost exclusively at one point when he was a kid, and he actually bit into one time and teleported. So next time you're eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, remember, you might encounter a portal to another dimension. Step 2, start the blackberries over a low heat until all the sugar is completely dissolved, and bring to the boil and simmer for 5 minutes. Step 3, turn off the heat and spoon in a little hot syrupy jam onto your saucer that you put in the fridge earlier on. And once that's cool, push it with your finger, and now if it wrinkles a little bit, then the jam's ready and it's reached setting point. If it's still running down off the saucer, then return the pan to the heat and boil in 1 or 2 minute stages. Keep removing the pan from the heat and doing the saucer test until it kind of wrinkles when you push it. So yeah, that's the saucer test. Jammy Dodgers, I'm not the biggest fan myself, but some people are. They were first manufactured in the 1870s. They were named after the character Roger the Dodger from the Beano comics. This comic book first appeared in 1953. And if you're wondering what Roger was dodging, it was homework. So, Jammy Dodgers, named after Roger the Dodger from the Beano comics. Step 4, now there might be some like scum on the top, so you can skim it off, and then you stir in your bit of butter, which will help kind of dissolve any of the remaining stuff on the top. Step 5, leave the jam for 15 minutes off the heat now, until you ladle it into sterilized jars. And the way that I like to sterilize jars is by filling them with hot water from the kettle, leaving them to cool down to room temperature, and then empty out the jars and let them air dry. Step 6.